connections to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Start that he was looking for as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see him play like that, I can't help it.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Flushed out right. And it's complete to Kelsey. And all the way down to the 26. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurt. On first down, McFarland. This will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 69 yards. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. And he's wrapped up. Taken down, back at the 25. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Hey, dude. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Now.
On 3rd and long, it's locked. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line. 48 mark. 48 mark.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right, and he's going to keep it here. And avoids the contact by sliding. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes and gets the quarterback.
Well, is that a spot, though, where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody or not necessarily?
Has to, because with that amount of time coming from the free safety position, someone should break open.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Bravo!
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You draw forfeit.
On 2nd down, here's Long. And he will find his man on the outside. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between second.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Hitchens in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Check, hey, stand up.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Watch out for him on the return. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Wolfe in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Yellow. Single slot.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go again. Alpha. Back. Let's go.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
Easy. Delta.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here we go. Check 3.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And man, Charles, talking about singing something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Ready.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And he's got his man on the out route. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. General West.
Here we go. Here we go.
Defense.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. He takes it to the 15. A flashy move, but little to show for it. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. Now, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. Chargers continue to pull away. They have opened that lead up even further. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one.
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the...
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. He will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, all even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. On 2nd and 9, Locke. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, let's get safe. Safe.
80 weapons.
Check.
Another run by Lindsey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41.
Pilot, 64, weak. Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It was Kendall Donnerson who made the stop on the defensive side.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now to the air. Wow. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
First down, Denver.
Got it. 6-3. 218. Chop. Check.
On first down, Lindsey. There he goes left side. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Oswald good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First and 10.
Tighten up. Yellow.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yellow. Hey, Ripley.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
Yellow.
Let's bring it.
Hey, watch it. Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, you go.
My side.
Right now, let's go.
I got you.
My side.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes dancing to his left. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Mahomes firing complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle, and that will tie things up at 13. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll run on first down. McFarland, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We're back now in KC. 13 all our score as we start quarter number 4.
Pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
On second down now. It's Lindsay. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Now Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And got his man complete. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Faking the give to Lindsay. Here's Locke. His throw incomplete.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next. Even in zone defenses, they make
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Hitchens has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Locke gonna go on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. They complete it to Hill. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I know you feel that.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They're running it.
15.
Back to throw, Mahomes. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through. Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
We got 4. We got 4. Shit.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Let's get off the field. He's crashing. He's yellow. Check 48.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Shoot! Watch the shoot!
Rock it.
Play action. Now it's locked. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
Yellow! RWA! Let's get it together. Color. Attack!
He's coming. Scene 6.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Yellow!
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. It's Hill, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Come back!
Mahomes to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was Patrick Mahomes leading the way.
He doesn't seem to get ruffled no matter where he plays, does he? Home, on the road. If you put him in a neutral site, which he hopes one day would be the Super Bowl, he plays at a high level. We know about the big right arm, but I think it's the poise that I'm really, really admiring out of this youngster and watching him play. How about the first 3 games of his career in the NFL as a starter in 2018? He set a record for touchdown passes with 13.
Yeah, you think back to that entrance, and he has just kept it up. Amazing what he's been able to do. So for the Chiefs, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.